Hello Tarnished, welcome back to my channel. In today's video we will see the Snow Empress build. I am currently running through my 4th playthrough expecting the runes to be available in lot. Expectations are mostly met with disappointment, so ignore my current stat. This is a testing stat, what you want to invest in. Intelligence, endurance, mind, and vigor. Make sure to put 24 points in faith to wield our sword. Everything else just put 4:1 ratio. For every 4 points in intelligence, put 1 point in mind, endurance, and vigor. If you feel you have enough endurance and mind, then put the remaining points on vigor and intelligence alone. I have 93 points in intelligence. The Twinsage Glintstone Crown will give 6 points in intelligence, therefore maximizing my intelligence. Our Frost build depends mostly on intelligence, so try to get the intelligence as high as possible. For the rest of the armor, I am going with Bull Goat armor. It has the highest percentage of defense in Elden Ring, and we are going with that armor. If you don't have enough endurance to equip it as medium load, go for any heavy armor that keeps your load as medium. For our primary weapon, we are going with Hoarfrost's Petal. You can get this whip by completing the Volcano Manor quest. As I am in the 4th playthrough, I am equipping both my on-hand and off-hand weapon as Hoarfrost's Petal. The reason for this weapon: this gives a great stagger effect and the enemies will always stagger when we attack them. It will also gives us somewhat 180-degree protection, so we can use it as wide-range weapon. Those who don't have same whip can go for a different whip or different weapon of your choice. Now coming to core of our build. For our on-hand primary weapon Ash of War, we are going with Hoarfrost's Stomp. This is by far the best Ash of War in Elden Ring. I am yet to come across any Ash of War that has better use than this. All the Ash of War that scales with Arcane are currently broken and not working properly as of now, so the Bleed build and other build out there are currently useless in your 2nd or 3rd playthrough. Now for our offhand Ash of War, we would want Royal Knight's Resolve. You can also get this in Volcano Manor. For those who don't have this, can go with Determination. This is very important, as this will increase our primary frost damage. You need to equip your offhand weapon in both hands. Activate the Royal Knight's Resolve, then re-equip both your weapon and spam with frost damage. It's simple once you get a hang of it. For our secondary on-hand weapon, we are going with Claws. The weapon itself is not important. It's the Ash of War Bloodhound step is what matters most. The reason we are going with Claw is because it has the least weight and we want to keep our equipment load to medium. For those wondering why we need this weapon, there are a ton of bosses out there like Fire Giant, Astrel, or even the Elden Beast will run away very fast and we can't hit them from our spot. So to close the gap, we are going with this weapon. This is purely your preference. For our 3rd on-hand weapon, we are going with Sword of Night and Flame. This has better damage than our Frost attack and we can hit the enemy from afar. You are wondering, this seems a better choice than Frost damage, so why is this not our primary medium of damage? Well, first, it's very slow, so we will get hit by enemies most of the time before we cast it. Secondly, you need a plane to be even for the weapon to hit your enemy. If the plane is uneven, we will mostly not hit the enemy. For our staff, we are going with Azur's Glintstone Staff, although the damage is little less compared to other legendary weapon. This has fast casting speed and we are going to work with fast casting rather than damage from our staff. For our Talisman 1, we are going with Shard of Alexander. This will greatly boost our Ash of War damage. We can get this talisman by completing Alexander questline. For our Talisman 2, we are going with Carrion Filigreed Crest. This will lower our FP consumption. For our Talisman 3, we are going with Great Jar Arsenal. This will vastly improve our equip load and will keep us load status as medium load. Lastly, for our Talisman 4, we are going with Magic Scorpion Charm. This will increase our magic attack, which will increase our Ash of War attack as the damage is based on intelligence. You can get this talisman by giving Amber Shard to Selvius. You need to go through Selvius' quest to get this talisman. Finally, for our Flask of Wondrous Physic, we are going with Magic Shrouding Cracked Tear and Circulean Hidden Tear. This is very important as this will increase the magic damage by 20%, which will allows us to finish the enemies by 3 to 4 hit. For our spell, it's each own personal preference, but Terra Magicus is very important. This will raise the magic strength if we stay within the sigil. We can use this to take down unaware enemies from behind, but pretty useless against bosses, which runs a lot and which requires us to dodge a lot. Now enjoy the remaining video, where I have showcased taking out bosses.